We're back. It's Friday. No. What do you mean no? No! Are you ready? Are you ready to do this? It's Friday. It's time for Friday video. Ben, is it really shiny today? Do I look really bald today? Chad, let's go. Time to get it together. I don't know. I'm just not ready. As you would say, rumpus time is over. Let's do this. Rumpus time is over! All right. Happy Friday. Today looks a little different. And so next week, we will talk about price out when it comes to your milestones in selling in your sales process. But today, we're going to talk about something a little different. And it's about excellence. It's about calling your shots. We recently, Chad and I were listening to this podcast, and I think we've listened to it a dozen times at this point, and it's so good. And one of the things that really resonated with me was about how not everyone wants excellence, and that's okay. But if you want betterment, if you want more, if you're watching this and you're somebody who wants more success this year than what you had last year, then we need to set bigger goals. We need to call our shots. We need to find somebody who's going to hold us accountable to the very big goals that we're going to set for ourselves. And I think sometimes we're afraid to set big goals because of the fear of not achieving them. But I also think at the same time, we're going to set these goals and you might surprise yourself. You might find that you're actually capable of more than what you realized. Every time we don't win, right? Or we have a loss or we don't get a sale, if you think about what we do when we get the wins, it's like we celebrate. We're excited. There's a lot of high energy and emotion and dopamine involved. But I also feel like we learn more from the losses, from the sales we don't get, because then it helps us analyze the holes in our process. So recently, last week, I was on a sales call, and actually 2 of them. And afterwards, Chad came to me and said, "Do we have a closing problem?" And it was a really hard pill for me to swallow because I feel like my sales process is pretty good. My favorite part of it is setting the next steps, moving the sale forward. Just like we talked to you guys about, we do the same exact things here. We practice what we preach. But having that moment of questioning myself, like, what could I have done differently? How can we perform better next time? Was an opportunity for me to evaluate a loss that I was having, a failed opportunity or a missed opportunity. So I want you to think about something this year as we are going into the 4th month of the year almost. We're almost there. We're midway through March. Phil Jackson in this podcast, the very famous Chicago Bulls basketball coach, made this statement. He said, "Do you want to know the best way not to win this year? And it's to do exactly what you did last year." So if you look at your success, if you look at your sales, if you look at all the things you accomplished or did not accomplish that you had set out to in 2024, what are you doing differently this year to achieve more, to accomplish the big shots you're calling in advance? I would look at and analyze, are you repeating the same habits? Are you surrounding yourself with the same people? Are you setting the same goals? Look at yourself, look at your sales process, look at the way you are at your job. Are you getting to your models early? Are you checking all your specs before your day starts? Go back a couple weeks when Chad talked about this. What are the behaviors that you're doing now that is differently to move your success up, to elevate who you are, to elevate yourself to 2.0 or 3.0, depending on where you are in your journey? What are you doing differently this year to be more successful than last year? Call your shots. Find somebody who holds you accountable to those shots. If you say them out loud, make sure they hear you. Make sure they're checking in with you. Say them to someone who will call you out. Remember, you cannot master that which you refuse to fail. So today and next week, going forward, I want you to think about, what are the shots you're calling for yourself? Who's holding you accountable to them? If we aren't evolving, we're dying. Are you becoming complacent in the things that you're doing? How are you performing differently this year at an elevated rate to be better than what you were last year? Call your shots.